This video is about Universal Replayer, Poker Hand History Replayer program. Topics include 1. Why Universal Replayer, 2. Installation, 3. Overview, and 4. The program won't install or run. What to do. Part 1. Why Universal Replayer versus alternatives. Pros and cons. Pro. It's free and basic. I compared popular software Poker Tracker and Hold'em Manager, but they looked not free. I looked at Google results, but they looked not free or like they required uploading hands to a website. Cons. Con number 1. I can't install or run the program anymore. I assume this is because it checks the website for updates, but the website is down. Con number 2. It seems to require the internet to install and run. Con number 3. It requires installing Java. Con number 4. There are pop-up windows about security before running the program. Part 2. Installation, assuming you can find and run the install file. Step 1. If possible, go to the official site, universal-replayer.net, and download the install file. If the website is down, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to get the install file, or if it can even be run if the website is down. However, you could try coding your own hand history replayer. That's later in the video. Step 2. If possible, run the install file and download and install Java if it says you need to. Use a search engine, search for download Java, and figure it out from there. Step 3. See if you can find a good guide on how to install it and set up your computer so the program can be run. Try a search engine or a video website. Instructions. How to open a hand history file. Step 1. Click File. Click Convert History. Step 2. Click Browse. Find the file. Step 3. Click Convert. Step 4. Click Launch. File menu. Scan menu. Scan menu. Scanned folders. View menu. Change skin. Options menu. Options menu. Settings. Autoplay tab. Options menu. Settings. Rounds bar tab. Help menu. Help menu. About Universal Replayer. Help menu. Updates list. Graphs tab. Click Save icon. Filters. Player drop-down list. Progression flop slider. Progression turn slider. Progression river slider. Progression showdown slider. Money invested checkbox. Highlight stars checkbox. 4 color deck checkbox off. 4 color deck checkbox on. Show muck hands checkbox off. Show muck hands checkbox on. Preview hands checkbox off. Preview hands checkbox on. Export type drop-down list. Export button BB code forum. Export button FTR forum. Export button OPC. Export button HTML. Next part, how to code your own hand history replayer, because maybe there is no good free one. Step 1. Find a programming language that is easy to learn. Step 2. Learn basic topics, for example, comments, loops, loop indexes, curly brackets, if statements, go-to statements, labels, subroutines, functions, variables, variable arrays, expressions, operators. Transferring text file contents to a variable. Parsing loops, functions like inString, substring, and string length. Assigning text to a variable. Appending text to a variable. Replacing text within a variable. Removing text within a variable. Step 3. Code the hand history replayer. Overall plan. First, make something minimally useful, text-based. Later, graphical if you want. Specifically, for example, Step 3.1. Transfer the hand history text file contents into a variable. Step 3.2. Replace every player name with player 1, player 2, etc. to make it easy to deal with player-relative things. Step 3.3. Figure out how to deal with relevant lines to get relevant information. For example, chip stacks, blinds, folds, checks, calls, bets, raises, board cards, hole cards, showdown cards, with associated player numbers. Form the output text however you want it to look. Append it to a variable.